Hello, and welcome to the first part of our series, our little academy on tithing. So you may be thinking, why would I do something like this? Why would we put some sort of teaching like this together? I think the reason is we don't often teach about it in church. Really, it's a bit of one of those sort of areas that people sometimes shy away from. And it's not that we shy away from it for any particular reason other than some non-Christians and church people are put off by churches asking for money. And so let me start by saying that this short course that we're doing, this short academy, isn't about the church asking you for money. This is about the church teaching you how to be generous, okay? I'll come to find that in Scripture. Jesus doesn't teach poor people how not to be poor. He teaches Christians how to be more generous. And we are certainly a church that reaches out to the neighbourhood around us. We reach out to the poor. We reach out to lots of other people. But not only that, that's not the only reason why you should give. We also worship Jesus with all of our being. We worship Him with every breath, step, and penny. So we worship Him in song, we worship Him with our finances, and we worship Him with our actions as well. You know, so this short course is designed to help you to understand tithing and knowing how to do it well. And how not to give too much, because sometimes we overextend ourselves, and then we sort of start to feel bitter when things don't add up, or when maybe we lose our job and we carry on tithing and we think, why am I skinting all the time? That's not the way tithing works. Tithing is a commitment to give a percentage of what you earn, okay? So I guess we should probably start by answering a couple of questions. One of your questions might be, should I tithe if I'm claiming benefits? First of all, let's remove the word should, because I don't think tithing is something that is an obligation if you're a Christian. So you shouldn't be obligated to tithe. You should want to do it out of a place of worship, out of a place of honour, and a place of wanting to be generous towards someone who's been really generous towards you. That is God, obviously. So first of all, let's remove the word should, and let's replace it with can I, or do I get to tithe if I am claiming benefits? And the answer would be yes, you get to tithe if you're claiming benefits. We have several people in our church who claim benefits, and they tithe off their benefits. They also tithe. We have lots of people who work and tithe off their salaries. Should I be tithing if I don't earn anything at all? Is a question that you might have. Well, tithing is a percentage, so you carry on tithing when you earn nothing. So if you earn 0, 10% of 0 is 0. So you're still tithing, you just might not be given anything, if that makes sense. So you're still committed, and you're still committed to tithing, even though you don't earn anything, okay? Another question might be, will I get smited by God if I don't tithe? No, you won't. That's totally cool. You won't get smited by God if you don't tithe. In fact, we don't really mind too much whether you tithe or not. You know, it's great if you do. The money that you give to the church, we try to use well, and we try to use for the benefit of not just the church and the people in the church, but also people on the outside of church as well. It's not a big deal if you don't tithe. That's totally up to you. That's totally cool. However, if you do want to tithe, and if you do have some sort of income, whether it's benefits or whether it's a salary, and you've decided, I just want to know a bit more about this, and I'd like to have a go at it, then this is a course for you, okay? So welcome to our course on tithing, our academy on tithing. I'm so thankful that you've taken a step to find out more about this, not just because, it's good for me. It is good for me, it's good for the pastors for a couple of reasons. One, the Bible does say that the priests are able to earn a living from the church. and so they would essentially eat because the church is able to give them food or finances to do so. And so I personally do get a salary from church, and I'm very thankful for that. I remember my first pay packet, and I was able to buy a new pair of shoes. I hadn't had a pair of shoes, a new pair, for probably a couple of years, and I remember going down to, I think, Devon it was, and my shoes were broken, and so all I had was a pair of sandals. And I was walking around Devon. I was in this other church preaching, and they were like, "Darren, why do you wear sandals?" I'm like, "Well, it is a fashion statement, but it's a bit more than that, actually. I don't own a pair of shoes." And then, like, within a few months or something, the church had decided that they were able to pay me a little bit. And so my very first pay packet, I went and bought a new pair of shoes. I think these are them shoes, by the way, which is pretty bad because I've had these for about 2 years as well. I probably need a new pair of shoes. But it's because you give that I'm able to buy shoes, So I do benefit, I do benefit from your tithing. So thank you so much of those. So thank you so much to those of you who do tithe, because it does actually mean that, one day I might be able to get a mortgage or something. Maybe I'm due a new pair of trainers next month or something when I get paid. But, thank you, because I do benefit. I am benefited by your giving, okay? And I won't want to skirt around that. I wouldn't want to lie to you. But that's not why you should give, okay? And another reason that the church benefits is because it means that we can go out, and the reason that I benefit is because it means that I can fulfill the ministry that God has called me to do. And not only the ministry that God has called me to do, but I can help you to fulfill the ministry that God has called you to do. So for some of you guys, that means, I don't know, I know some guys are interested in like Christian counselling and stuff. Now, a Christian counselling course that we can run in the church might cost us £30 a month. That's what our tithes and offerings get spent on. So it benefits you and it benefits me. It benefits us as a community when you tithe. So I'd be lying if I said there wasn't some benefits for us when you give a tithe, okay? But, that's just one reason among many why you might want to tithe. Okay, so there's lots and lots of other good examples as to why we might have a go at tithing. And for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it there, and we'll come back in a few moments. If you want to watch the next video will be on one of the reasons why we might want to tithe, which is it's part of our worship. So we're going to do that in just a few moments. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.